أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Madam Chair, Commissioners, Lead Council, members of the press, viewers and listeners, good morning and welcome back to our daily proceedings of this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. Without much ado, I have the honor to yield the floor to Madam Chair for our next item on our today's agenda. Madam Chair, over to you.
I will now call on Honorable Sila to lead us in Muslim prayers and Honorable Joyner to lead us in Christian prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-rahmanir rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Bismillahir rahmanir bil falaq min sharri ma khalaq wa min sharri hasidin idha hasad wa min sharri nafasat fil 'uqad wa min sharri hasidin idha hasad. Bismillahir rahmanir bin nas malikin nas ilahin nas min sharri waswasil khannas alladhi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas min al-jinnati wan nas. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin al-fatih lima ughliqa wal khatim lima sabaqa nazil al-haqqi bil haqqi wal hadi ila siratika mustaqim وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره عظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. O Lord our God, your name is glorious, worthy and greatly to be praised. We exalt and magnify your name for being there for us on our daily tasks. Bless all that keep your testimonies and seek you with their hearts. Teach us the way of your statutes. Enable us to meditate on your word and respect your precepts. Open our eyes this day to behold the wondrous things out of thy law. Remove reproach and contempt from us. May we never be confounded or put to shame, but by your grace, your light will lead us to the place of truth, justice, and justice. Through Christ our Lord, we pray with praise and thanksgiving. Amen.
Sir, can you call the witness in?
Good morning, Mr. Witness. Welcome back.
Good morning.
Mr. Witness, may I remind you that you are still under oath for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chair, I hand over the witness to you.
Good morning, Mr. Leigh.
Yes, good morning, ma.
Yeah, you are welcome back.
Thank you.
Council, can you proceed? Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson,
Good morning, Council.
Mr. Leigh, I don't think you are the chairperson.
Yes, okay, thank you.
You are the CEO of the Janjanbureh Area Council.
Okay.
Good morning, honorable commissioners and everyone present. Mr. Leigh, good morning.
Good morning.
So we will discuss the National Audit Office report
Okay.
and final management letter for Janjanbureh Area Council
Okay.
for the period 1st January 2019 to 31st December 2020.
Okay.
Do you have a copy?
No, I don't have a copy.
We will ask that you be given a copy.
Okay.
Yes, if you turn to page 12, you will see the statement with respect to the revenue and expenditures for the year ended 31st December 2019.
Yes, page 12.
Will that be the financial statement for the year 2019-2018 that you presented for the post of audit?
Yes.
Please speak into the microphone.
Yes.
If you look at 2019, it shows that the revenue total would be $531,124.33 buttons. Is that correct, sir? That is the total revenue.
Okay, yes, yes. I have seen it, yes, the total revenue, yes.
And this when you consider the amounts with respect to trade license, taxes, rates, rents and fees, other incomes, interest and dividends, bank income tax, deposition or action aid, and cash balance for the year. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Now, how did you arrive at the total revenue baseline for 2019, this amount?
These are the heads that we collect, and we add these amounts up to the tune of 12,531,124.8.
I understand, but what changed? The previous year, the amount is $10,855,000, $316, $816.35 buttons. Why the substantive change in the revenue baseline?
Normally, every year we used to increase. We increase our, not the rates, but we increase our trade license.
Okay. How do you do this?
Well, for example, now if you pay $3,000 in a year,
Yes.
the following year will charge you more than $3,000.
But how do you come up with that decision?
That decision, well, it's a joint decision by the management,
Who is the management?
the CEO and with the team.
So that you are saying that explains the difference between the 10 million and the $12 million.
Yes, if you can see, for 2018, it was 1,123,000
For
2018,
yes,
805.
yes.
Okay, for 2019, it's 1,158,000.
Okay. How much was increased? I mean, what did you increase? And what was the previous rate or the fees?
It increased by $20-something thousand.
I am asking because you had said that most of your financial statements would not be accepted by the audit by the auditors.
Yes, sir.
That explains why the auditors will issue out a disclaimer. If you look at the the audit report, it will always give reasons as to why the auditors wouldn't accept your financial statement for the year. If you turn to page 7, you will see there's a disclaimer of opinion with respect to the financial statements. Do you see that? Page 7.
Yes, I have seen it.
It shows you just for the introductory part as to why there was a disclaimer. And by the way, a disclaimer would be, in other terms, that the situation on the ground with respect to what you have submitted for your financial statement is so much insufficient that they cannot have a professional opinion. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand what I am saying?
Which portion are you reading?
I'm just saying page 7, which talks about the disclaimer of opinion.
Yes.
3.0.1. That what the auditor is saying here is that what you have presented as being the true reflection of your financial statement does not contain any information apart from expenditure and income.
Yes.
Just that, no further explanation. And I will read for you. It says, we have audited the financial statements of Janjanbureh Area Council for the year ended 31st December 2019. The financial statements comprise of revenue and expenditure statement for the year ended and a summary of accounting policies and other explanatory information on page 12 to 21. Because of the significance of the matters described in the base of disclaimer of opinion, we have not been able to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence to provide a basis for an audit opinion. And the reasons are, number one, you have an incomplete financial statement.
Yes.
It says the revenue and expenditure statements did not show either a surplus or deficit for the year. There was also no balance sheet as required by the financial and accounting manual. Number two, improper maintenance of the main cash book. Do you follow?
Yes, I'm following.
You turn to page 8, no trial balance. Do you see that? 4, unpresented GTRs. You don't present GTRs for the purpose of inspection and audit. And you have the contract documents were not available for auditing. And the payroll was not presented for auditing. Do you see that?
Yes,
so all in all, what you basically do is that you just present to the auditors figures for income and expenditure.
Yes.
Why was that the case?
Well, that is what we can do, and that is what we have done and submitted to the auditors.
What do you mean when you say that's what we can do?
The preparation, that is the way we used to prepare it.
Are you saying you cannot provide a cash book for auditing?
For cash book is there. The cash book is there.
It was not provided.
It was provided. The director provide the cash book and give it to them. Without the cash book, they cannot audit the council.
No, without the cash book, they will only find misappropriation and mismanagement of funds.
No, the cash book is there.
But I am saying the audit report is saying it was not presented. There was no trial balance as well.
Yes, I agree for that one.
Why was that the case?
I said it here yesterday that we used to prepare our financial statement with the trial balance, but normally it's always rejected.
You have not provided a statement with the trial balance. What you have provided is a statement of expenditure and income.
I agree. I said yes, Council, sir.
Now, the Local Government Finance and Audit Act 2004,
yes,
on page 17,
okay,
it tells you regarding your source of income. Section 18. If you turn to page 17, you have sub 3. It says each council shall prepare a comprehensive list of all its revenue sources and maintain data on total potential collectible revenues. Do you have this?
No, we don't have it.
But without the data, with respect to potential collectible revenues, how would you know that trade and license, the amount for the year would be $1,158,000?
Yes, because we have registers for it. anything that we collect for a period of 2018 and anything that has been collected for 2019 also, we have all registers.
You don't need the register with respect to what you have collected alone in relation to preparing your income, revenue income for the previous year. All you need is to do an assessment. That is what this section is talking about.
Yes.
But you do not do or conduct an assessment.
Without assessment, you cannot collect. You have to assess before you collect.
I understand and I agree. But where is the record of the assessment for 2019?
The assessment books for our trade license.
You must have an assessment in relation to the revenue that you expect in a given year.
Exactly, and this is what I'm telling you.
But I'm asking you now, where is the assessment report? That is what the section is talking about, that you must have the data in relation to the collectible or potential collectible revenue sources. You must know exactly what you are collecting based on this survey or the assessment you conduct.
Yes.
Where is the report? Where is the data?
The data, well, for the data, I don't think we have it.
You don't have it?
No, I don't have it.
Then how would you come up with these figures?
Through the register.
The register is not the data.
Yes, I accept, but we take these figures from the registers.
The register is what you have collected in the previous year.
Yes.
That is.
And the coming year also, we need, we have everything with us. For example, now for 2018,
yes.
And we will forecast for 2019 also.
But how do you forecast?
For example, now,
yes.
Somebody is paying 2,500
yes.
per year,
yes.
Or 5,000 per year.
Yes.
We can forecast the individual to pay at least $7,000.
No. How many people?
And we will serve the individual a notice, whereby when the revenue collectors are going, everything is in the is in that note, is in that letter.
Yes, but how, when it comes to trade and license, you must know the amount or the number of individuals or whatsoever that you're supposed to collect trade and license from.
Yes.
So as to know the total.
Yes.
That is the data we are talking about. When it comes to taxes, you must have a comprehensive data. It's not just to tell us that in 2018 we collected let's say, for example, 2 million when it comes to taxes, and so in 2019, let's just add another $200,000 is there. There has to be a basis for the figures that you provide.
Yes, but the data that you are saying, I don't prepare that data for definitely. But
why? You were the CEO. Why?
Yes, all I know, we were having our registers, whereby anything we go to that registers and confirm.
So you accept that your financial statement is not proper and in line?
Yes, I have said it here yesterday.
Okay. Page 5. I see the numbers. Please turn to 2.0.
Page 20, yeah?
No, just go by the numbers. 2.0. The heading is detailed finance governance, because there seems to be an issue regarding the number of the pages.
The contents of?
Do you see table of contents on page 1?
Yes. No, page 2. General Information Board of Directors report. Audit General and report, page 2.
Please go to table of contents, page 1. Table of contents on page 1. You will see table of contents, page 1.
Me, I have it here, page 2.
Are you there?
No, this one is not up. Table of contents, yes. But
Are you there with me?
yes,
sir?
I have seen it.
Yes, so you will see table of contents on page 1. Do you see that?
Yes, I have seen it.
Now flip the page and then you will to page 5, please. With the heading detailed findings, governance. Do you see that?
Yes.
How often was council sitting?
On meetings?
Yes.
Well, we don't sit frequently. We sit every 2 months or when it is necessary.
How do you determine the necessity of sittings? What is the determinant factor?
If we have a program that we should discuss, or after our discussion, we call for a council meeting to inform the council.
Who calls for council meetings?
In fact, I'm always directed by the chairman to call for a meeting.
So, but it depends as to when the chairman wants to have a meeting.
Yes, at times, yes.
So
but at times when we sit for more than a month or 2 months, we call for a meeting.
Why will you not sit every month?
Sitting every month, we can have it, but normally we don't sit every month, to be honest.
And the minutes of the meetings, who takes minutes of meetings in council meetings?
By then, I assigned somebody who was working with the community development. She was taking all our minutes. At the end of the month, I am paying her an allowance.
You assigned someone who was not working for council?
Yes. No, she is with us. She is working with the community development.
Is she a staff of council?
No, she is not a staff of council. She is a staff of the community development.
What is her name?
Jarai. Her first name is Jarai, but the second name, I forget about the second name.
You will assign her to take minutes of council meetings?
Yes.
And you will pay her allowance?
Yes.
How much?
$1,000 every month.
Every month?
Yes.
But you don't have
during
meetings,
my time.
You don't have meetings every month. Why will you pay every month $1,000?
I don't have
meetings every month.
Yes, that's true. We don't have meeting every month, but I pay her every month $1,000.
But why is that the case? You have a non-staff that you probably employ on a temporal basis. But that will probably be employment on a temporal basis. And you pay her every month, even without sittings?
Yes.
Why was that the case?
Well, at times in a month we can have 2 sittings also. So I deem it necessary for just to be paying her every end of month.
No, but I am saying, number one, on the first instance, it was even wrong to even appoint someone or to get someone from the outside to be taking council's meetings when they are not part of the...
She's within the council premises. Community development, we are together.
Mr. Leigh.
We allocate them an office in this council premises.
Mr. Leigh, that is not necessary. It's not the person is not a council staff.
Yes, she's not a council staff.
So you cannot justify that. You are supposed to employ the service of a clerk.
Exactly, yes.
Why did you not employ the service of a clerk?
Well, normally to appoint, when you want to appoint above more than grade 4, you have to send everything to the ministry. And I do send to the ministry that we need some vacant positions that should be filled in our council.
What is the grade of the clerk?
Clerk should be grade 6 or grade 5 or grade 6.
You don't know?
Well, unless if I confirm, but I'm quite sure it should be grade 6.
But you don't know. You have no idea. So it was not of interest to you.
It was, sir.
We had Paset Sise. He informed the commission that there was no resources to pay council's clerk. Was that true?
With these small councils also.
Is that true? First answer the question and then you give your own statement.
Yes, I agree.
You agree with?
Resources also is a problem for these small councils.
No, I'm in relation to employing the service of a council clerk. Is what I'm talking about.
Yes, I said yes.
So there was no resources to pay council clerk. Is that what you are saying? You agree with him?
I agree with him. I agree with him simply because at times councils, small councils, resources is our problem. We collect only from January to March or January to June.
But you have hired someone outside council and you are paying the individual every month, even though sometimes you don't sit.
Yes.
So why are you saying that there is no resources?
No, might be the position that the clerk is going to be given, the salary will be more than $1,000 because the salary is grade 6. And you know that is far more than $1,000.
No, but it all comes back down to the same thing. The person you are paying every month does not work every month.
Yes. And the second issue is we are not to appoint clerks. The clerks is appointed by the ministry. It's only the ministry that can appoint above grade 6 or grade 6.
Did you write?
We wrote. Myself, I wrote.
Let us see the letter that you wrote to the ministry. Can you provide it?
Well, unless if I confirm with the ministry.
Mr. Leigh, you can't confirm with the ministry. You have to confirm with your
No,
office.
I said if at all it's in the files there, they can give it to me. I photocopy it and submit it.
Mr. Leigh, did you write to the ministry?
I said, sir, yes. I wrote to the ministry, not this only position. There are positions, even the director of finance, you see, positions like the IT, you know, I wrote letters to the ministry.
Then we will ask you
But to keep records is our problem now.
It's your problem to keep
It's
records.
my problem, yes.
Why is that the case?
Because it has been a long time from 2018 up to now, 1. 2, keeping records, it was our problem, definitely.
Why was it a problem? I mean, we want to understand the situation at the time. So therefore, if you tell us what obtained at the time, they will probably have would understand why it was difficult to keep records.
Now for that one, I can go and check. If at all I will see a letter. That
Why was it difficult to keep records, Mr. Leigh?
No, we were keeping records. But it's difficult for us to see all our records that we kept before.
The audit report highlighted that there are no minutes of council meetings. And if you are paying someone every month $1,000, even though you have said, sometimes you'll go for more than 2 months without sitting, but yet still you pay the individual and non-staff of council.
Council, yes, I agree. But this is what was happening. We were paying the individual every end of month of $1,000. But I think I will be able to receive some minutes, some council minutes, meeting minutes that we were doing in 2018, 2019.
There are no minutes of the council meetings, which means the person that you are paying every month was paid and he or she was not doing any service to council. And your response, your management response, you said the position is already budgeted for, and you are now recruiting for the council clerk. Was that the true proposition of council at the time?
That's the management response.
Yes.
Council to meet regular and file to be created for council's meetings.
Yes.
This is what I respond.
Yes, I am saying now, if that is in the budget, did you work towards it?
No, I did not.
So your response was not accurate then? Is that not correct? You had no intention to fill in the position? Sir? Sally, we need your response.
Yes, I agree.
On page 8, the issue of ineffective internal audit department.
Page 8.
What internal audit structure do you have at the place in 2019?
An internal auditor was budgeted.
No, you just answer the question first.
No, but let me read what I respond to the auditors. Then I can answer the question.
All right, go ahead.
An internal auditor was budgeted and employed in 2021,
Yes.
but left after 6 months. An interim intern has been hired through University of the Gambia.
Now, Mr. Leigh.
From my specs.
Mr. Leigh,
Yes.
what was the internal structure with respect to internal audit at the time? Mr. Leigh, can you please tell us what you're looking for?
Yes, I'm looking for my specs so that I can see clearly. No, those ones. Okay,
Yes.
sir.
What was the structure in council at the time?
There was no internal auditor. Then we appoint internal auditor. And the internal auditor was there for a period of months, then he left.
Who was the individual?
Was one Mr. Lamin Jassi.
Lamin Jasse.
Yes.
When was he appointed?
No, this one is not Mr. Jassi. I think
You
this
see,
one.
you cannot look at the response and try to formulate a very smart answer.
No, not that.
It will be counterproductive. Just answer my questions. You were the CEO at the time. You know what obtained on the ground at the time. Just answer my questions. You had no internal audit unit in 2019.
Yes, we had no internal auditor at that time.
So the payments that you were authorizing were not cross-checked or verified by internal audit.
But yes,
Where was that the case?
there was no internal auditor.
Where was that the case?
The council was without the internal auditor.
But that's what the finance says. Now you were the CEO, you were the chief administrator. You want to
Yes.
know why?
Yes. But don't you see what I wrote under that date when situation will be regularized by December 2022?
It was when you intended to regularize the situation.
Yes, that was what I put here.
Now, two questions. Why was the situation as it was at the time?
There was no internal auditor.
Yes, but why was there no internal auditor?
Yes. We don't appoint any internal auditor.
Did you write?
Yes.
Did you write to the Service Commission?
For there was no internal auditor.
Yes.
They are aware
Do-
that there was no internal
Did
auditor.
you write?
No, I don't.
You did not write.
Yes.
Why did you not write to fill in this vacancy? It was not important to you.
No, we wrote long since. Internal auditor, IT, development officer, planning director.
When was this?
I cannot remember the time I wrote, but it was requested by the ministry for us to write and inform them all the positions that are vacant in council.
The ministry wrote to you
Yes.
for you to inform them the vacancies that exist.
Yes.
Did you do that?
I did. I have done that.
Where is the copy of
Yes.
the letter?
I can look for the copy. I can look for a copy and bring it.
And I had told you, for all the documents that you are supposed to bring, you must bring them in person.
Yes.
So it's better
But
that
there are documents that you are not expecting, and they will ask for those documents. So you have to go and look for those documents, and you bring it.
Very
I
well.
agree. Yes.
Just write it down.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yes.
Now, how many committees did you have at the time that were active?
How many?
2019 subcommittees
2019.
did you create at the time?
We have 4 to 5 communities, but
Please name
committees.
them. Yes.
But to be honest, it's only 2 or 3 committees are more effective.
Only 2 or 3 are
More
or were effective.
Yes.
And then, which one are these? All those?
Finance Subcommittee, Establishment and Contract Committee.
They were effective?
Yeah, they were effective. We are all the time calling them for meetings.
For meetings?
Yes.
Mr. Leigh, you award contracts without following due process. You appoint employees without following due process. What do you mean they were effective? You give your chairman $300,000 without passing it through the contracts committee. What are you talking about that these committees were effective?
Well, we were calling them for meetings, and I do inform them anything that was happening or going on in the council.
But there were no minutes of these meetings.
That's true, I accept.
We have the files, we had shown you the files, there were no minutes of this meeting.
Yes, I have seen it. But I think when I was told, when they called me and tell me there was no minutes
Yes.
in the file, I said maybe they misplaced all these minutes.
Maybe who misplaced it?
The staffs of the council themselves.
Which staffs of council? You are the chief custodian of council's documents.
These files were all existing before I left for Kerawan. Then when I went to Kerawan, I was called to, they said all these files are lost, some of them are lost, some of the papers are missing.
When did you go to Kerawan?
I went to Kerawan in 2021.
This is the audit for 2019.
Yes.
So what are you talking about?
The documents were lost.
This is the audit for 2019. You were trying to depict the picture that you were away and therefore something must have happened with the file.
Exactly.
But that's not true. Because in 2019 is what we are discussing right now. You were present when the audit was conducted.
Let me tell you, no, I was not there. This auditing, I was not there. It was Pasise who was there. By then I left for Kerawan.
How about in 2018?
The 2 years were all conducted at the same time.
I'm asking, how about the 2018?
This is what I'm telling you, both 2018 and 2019.
Yes.
You see, and I think 2020.
Yes.
Was audited in the same time. No, I'm sorry. For 2018, I was there.
Yes.
But for 2018 and 19, I was not there.
But for 2018, the same thing obtains.
Yes, okay. I accept.
Yes, the same thing obtains.
Okay.
For 2018 as well.
Okay.
There are no minutes, and you yourself admitted several times here that you keep in record what's your problem.
No, not me who is going to keep the minutes.
Who?
The minutes are kept by the chairman, and the other, we'll have a file for it where it will be in the file.
So what do you do? Just sign checks for the chairman? That's all you do in council? Your role as CEO?
No, I don't do that frequently.
How often do you do that?
The 300 that you are saying, that one, I can fully remember that was drawn for the chairman.
Was that the only one? We have the record. Was that the only one?
Yes. If there are any expenses that he is going to do, we do draw check for him also.
Exactly.
That's
what we're talking about.
Yes.
Page 10 talks about claims that you have authorized without supporting documents. What is the process of approving a payment voucher?
The process is always before you start paying, the voucher should be prepared with the supporting document put behind. Then we either draw by check or we'll authorize somebody to pay it.
What are these supporting documents we are talking about?
Supporting documents that will support the payment. For example, now, if I claim that I am coming to Banjul here, my night allowance and so forth, I should write a claim, put a voucher on top of it, sign to support the voucher with the narration and everything.
So in the absence of those supporting documents, will the payment be valid?
It's not valid.
It's not valid. So if you authorize payments without supporting the documents, would that be valid payments?
I said it's not valid.
Would you be responsible?
But normally, can I explain more?
Yes, you can.
The director should not conduct any payments without a supporting document on the voucher.
Which director is that?
Finance.
And then how about you, your role as CEO? Where do you come in?
Me, I will come in to supervise and to sign and to allow the payments to happen.
What do you supervise?
To know what is happening on that voucher. Either there is a supporting document or is a proper payments that we should
And
do.
if there is no supporting document, will you approve?
If there is no payment, if there is no document,
Yes.
I should not approve, to be
So
honest.
why are you diverting the attention to the finance director?
Well, it's within his mandate, simply because as director, any payments that you are doing, it should be correct. Without that, or with correct documents. Without that, you should not accept the payments.
That's true. Does that rule same rule applies to you as well as CEO?
Yes, I accept.
So let's talk about you.
Okay.
Unless it doesn't apply to you, if it applies to you and you admit, we just focus on your responsibility. When the director of finance sits where you are sitting, then we will discuss his or her responsibility. Is that not the case?
Okay.
So you have approved payments without supporting documents.
Yes, at times if you see I approve payments without a document, might be I'm expecting the individual to bring all receipts that concerns that payment.
But that will be putting the cart before the horse.
Yes.
Is that how it is supposed to be done?
No, I said no.
We have seen in 2020, May 12th, there was an impress for sundry expenses and night allowances.
Yes.
The payee is one Ibrahim Janko Sane.
Yes.
You paid, who is Janko Sane again? The chairman?
Yes, he's our chairman.
You gave the chairman $20,000.
Yes.
And the remarks, payment based on claims, no supporting documents attached. Why was that the case? You know, I had asked whether you have been giving the chairman money, and you said apart from the $300,000 and other payments. But why was that? Why was this the case?
Well, yes, it's a fact. We used to draw a check for him.
Why?
Simply because they keep on claiming. They keep on claiming, I should be paid my night allowance, I should be given my fuel, I should be doing this and doing that. And if you did not do it, if you did not respond to what they are doing, they create problems for you.
Problems like?
They can even call for an emergency meeting saying that you have done something wrong, whilst you have not done anything wrong. They will adjust it to somewhere else whereby it will create problems in the council.
So you are saying, even though you know these payments are not justified,
no,
the
payments.
Hear my statement first, and you respond. You are free to respond in your own
side. Yes.
The payments are not justified, but then you have to pay, because if not, you will be you'll have problems.
Not that we will have problems up to that level. But the payments, when they are coming to Banjul, and they are coming to Banjul frequently, all the time they are coming on meetings and so forth. If they are coming, the individual will claim, they will tell you that I am going to claim my night allowance with my cost of fuel.
You said, if not, they will create problems for you.
Yes, they can create problems for you.
Let's talk about the problem. I want to understand what obtained at in council at the time. We want to understand your problem. You are currently the CEO. Is that not the case?
Exactly.
Do you want the same problem to repeat itself?
No, I don't want
That's why we have to discuss it.
I was transferred to Kerawan Area Council simply because of problems with my chairman.
With chairman?
This Ibrahim Janko Sane.
That is why you were transferred?
This is why I was moved.
What was the problem about?
Well, we were having some issues in council all the time, push and pull, push and pull.
Regarding
administration.
Regarding money?
No, not regarding even money, but in fact regarding money, simply because he said he's going to be a signatory to council's account.
Janko Sane?
Yes.
Said he wants to be the signatory to the account?
He wants to be a signatory to council account. When director is here, if director is asked, he will tell you.
Which director is that?
Director of finance.
Who?
He's Mr. Mane, Bubakar.
Bubakar Mane?
Yes.
So this was the position of the chairman at the time. He was insisting to be a signatory to the account.
Council's account.
And
that matter went up to the National Assembly. We push it together up to the National Assembly. I said no. Up to the ministry.
Okay. And that was why you were transferred?
Yes, as I am seeing it.
Yes, of course. You have the right to your own opinion. But why would Mr. Sane want to be signatory to the account? Do you know why?
Well, I don't know, simply because I think, and anything that we are doing, first, anything that we are doing, the individual he will be in the picture. We will call him, we will draw checks, we will do everything. If not, his name should not appear here.
Right. Now, this particular payment, do you recall the payment?
No, definitely I don't recall.
You don't recall the payment?
No, I don't.
But you have seen the date?
Yes, I have seen
12 May 2020.
Yes.
And the payment version number 014.
Yes, I have seen it.
But if you authorize these payments without the supporting documents, it means the payments are not valid.
Yes.
And it's your responsibility.
Yes.
Of course, together with the Director of Finance, but it's your responsibility.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
That's the case.
Again, who is Babukar Boy? The second.
No, this Babukar Boy, I forgot about it.
You forgot about Babukar Boy?
Yes, I forgot.
Do you have a staff called Babukar Boy?
No, we don't have any staff
don't have
by the name Babukar Boy. Yes.
In 2020, again, the same month, you authorized $12,000 to be paid to him.
To the chairman, yes.
To Babukar Boy, $12,000.
Yes, yes.
Without any supporting document.
Document, yes.
And the same month, the same day, 28th of May 2020, the chairman was to transport rice from Banjul to Janjanbureh.
Yes.
Well, according to the claim. And he was paid $15,000 for this.
Yes.
Why would the chairman be the person doing procurement? Sometimes you will do procurement as a CEO, and the chairman too will be conducting procurement. Why was that the case?
For this one, it was transportation of rice.
First answer my question. Why was that the case? Why would you be conducting procurement at your level, the CEO, the chairman?
Not correct. It's not correct.
I know. That's why I'm asking. If it was correct, it would have been asked, the question.
Yes. In fact, at that time, my procurement officer, I sent her to come and do her diploma here.
Okay, who was that?
Mariato.
Mariato?
Yes.
When did you send Mariato to come and do her diploma?
I think for 2018 or 2019.
This is in 2020. It's in 2020. Mr. Leigh, we need to be on the same page.
I know.
Are we on the same page?
Yes, we are on the same page.
So forget about 2018 or 2019. We're in 2020.
I cannot fully remember the year that I sent her to come and do her diploma here. I cannot remember, honest.
But you're already given me two.
But that statement, I accepted that statement that we were procuring without a procurement officer. I accept.
But you should not be conducting procurement.
I know.
CEO. Is that not conflict of interest?
Yes.
You are supposed to be the approving authority.
Officer. Oh yes.
And now you are the one starting procurement. And approving the amount.
The amount, yes.
So you decide what you want to procure, how much you want to procure, and then you approve the amount for it. That is the height of fraud, Mr. Leigh.
Yes. Any big procurement that we are doing.
Don't say yes without hearing what I said. I said it's a height of fraudulent activities. That was fraud.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
Now, the same applies to the chairman as well.
Yes, I agree.
You gave the chairman, what was the chairman transporting?
Rice.
How many bags of rice?
No, I cannot remember how many bags of rice, but I think it's above 100 bags of rice.
Above 100 bags of rice.
Yes.
In 2020?
2020.
Where was rice procured in 2020?
This rice, in fact, this was not procured by the council. We did not buy. I think we were giving this rice. Okay. We were giving this rice. Huh?
Who gave you the rice?
Well, now I cannot remember who gave us this rice, but this rice, we were giving this rice, and the chairman facilitated the movement of the rice from here to Janjanbureh.
Where would the chairman be the one to facilitate the movement of the rice?
That's what happens anyway.
You responded and you said management received the necessary documents and contacted the former acting director of finance for explanation, but no response. There were no supporting documents. I think your response was
my response, check it properly. Management should look into these claims with a view to establishing the documentary records supporting the payments.
That's recommendation. Mr. Leigh, you have asked for, you have requested to use your glasses. That's recommendation. If you turn to this page, you will see management response on page 11.
Don't you see what I add on the recommendations? Without the genuine supporting records, recoveries of the amounts involved
this
should
is
be...
not your recommendation. This is the auditor's position.
Okay, yes, recommendation.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I have seen that.
That is the auditor's position and not your recommendation.
Yes.
Your position comes in the next page.
Yes.
On page 11.
Page 11, I have seen it.
Where you said you have retrieved the necessary documents and contacted the former acting director of finance, which was not the case. It was not true because you did not submit any document.
I can fully remember about the rice because we were claiming a receipt from the driver. The driver said he cannot produce any receipt. He is not having any receipt. The only thing he can do, that is to write a claim, and we attach that claim to the voucher, which he did.
But
I can fully remember it.
That was not submitted, number one. And the payment was not made to the driver, it was made to the chairman.
The money?
Yes.
The money, but they produced that document. They produced the document.
The money was paid to the chairman.
Yes.
That is the fact.
Yes.
Now on page 11, there's an issue of unpresented payment vouchers for auditing.
Yes.
You see Annex A.
Yes.
Are you not supposed to present all payment vouchers for the purpose of
all payment vouchers should be presented to the auditors.
Yes.
With the cash book, with any document that they requested.
Correct. But then that was not done. It shows you numerous payment vouchers were sampled. We sampled were not presented for our review. And you will see this the sampling on Annex A if you turn to page 42 of the report.
In which page are you? Page 11.
Page 11 will refer you to page 42 with respect to the payment vouchers that were not submitted for the purpose of audit. Do you see that?
I have seen page 11. Then I think you need to go over it. Let me recheck.
You turn to page 42. You will see Annex A.
Okay, let me check.
Do you see that?
No.
Annex A.
Yes.
Payment voucher number 3 for the period February 2020 was not presented for audit.
Yes.
The same goes to February 2020 payment voucher number 7.
Yes.
The same month, same year, number 8, 9, 10, 22, all for the same month.
Yes.
In March, you have voucher number 5, 12, 17, 29, and 31.
Okay.
In April, you have 1, 2, 5. So this goes on. It's about, I don't know, more than 30 or 20 payment vouchers not presented for auditing. Why was that the case?
The case, I think the director of finance will explain that simply because when he was handing over to the Mr. Mane,
yes,
the whole day, voucher after voucher, we were checking all these vouchers, and he submitted that. I can be a witness to. He submitted everything to Mr. Mane, the other Mane, voucher after voucher. All documents were submitted, and I signed. He signed. Then the then director signed.
What did you sign?
As a witness.
To what?
To the handing over note.
From
Mr. Mane, Mr. Bubakar Mane to Alaji Mane.
Yes.
Yes.
But why were these vouchers not given to the auditors?
Well, I was called one day that these vouchers are missing. I said, how are they missing? I went up to Janjanbureh myself. I called Buba, telling him that these vouchers, how are they, why do they miss? And the response was, Mr. Leigh, you were there when we were counting this voucher after voucher, after voucher, up to the last vouchers.
Don't tell me voucher after voucher as if all the vouchers were present.
Everything was
presented.
Yes.
What you presented was what was counted.
No. We presented everything. I said Mr. Mane, Bubakar presented everything to the other Mane. When there is a missing voucher, it's the other Mane who is responsible. I was a witness to it.
When there's a missing voucher?
Yes, the other Mane is responsible.
Yes, please. The chairperson has a question.
On the issue of the presentation of these documents and the fact that the auditors indicated that there were unpresented payment vouchers. Now, let me take you a little bit back to your own handing over notes.
Okay.
Mr. Pasit City handed over to you on the 5th of June 2023.
Yes.
As the outgoing
CEO. Yes.
Now, the fixed asset register has some serious issues.
Okay.
Did you look at it?
No, I don't.
And write back to him what was missing?
No, in fact, he did not write me, he did not write to me concerning about this fixed assets.
What I'm saying is that in his handing over notes, he attached the fixed asset register. Did you go through the fixed asset register to see what was handed over to you?
No, I did not.
You did not read the assets?
No, I did not read the assets.
So, if you did not read the handing over notes properly, how can you vehemently defend the fact that Pamane and others, the two Mr. Manes, did proper handing over and handed over all the vouchers?
I was a witness to it. I was sitting in the office. We were going over these vouchers with the other relevant documents that was to be presented to him.
So, but for the ones that were handed over to you as CEO, you could not go through them?
Of recent?
Yes.
No, I did not go through them.
Do you think that was correct on your side to have done that?
Yes, I thought that I will not hand over anything that if you ask me, I will tell you that I don't have it or so forth. So this is why I thought that the handing over, I signed for it. On my side, that's my thinking.
You thought? I said you thought that what he handed over was all perfect.
Yes.
And you did not take your time to read the handing over notes.
Yes.
To see what was missing.
To go with him round to show me anything that he should show to me before he leave.
So, but it is in the same line, in the same light that I'm asking you the question. Did you go through the vouchers one by one?
We go ask Mr. Mane, he will tell you. We went through the vouchers. You can, for vouchers, receipt books.
So now, in other words, are you telling this commission that the auditors lied in their report?
No,
to say that to list out these unpresented payment vouchers?
Ma, I will not tell that the auditors are lying. But what I can confirm is I was a witness when these people are doing their handing over. Yeah. And when you are doing a handing over in our treasury, for example, in our offices, receipt books, unused receipt books, market tickets, everything you need to count. Everything will count. It takes at times more than a day or 2 days.
Yeah, but there was a management response.
Okay. Okay.
Can you read us the management response at page 11? Oh.
No, for here.
What was the money? What did you respond?
No, I'm not having that here.
You know?
No. This, it seems it's
page 11.
Page 11, yes.
What is the management response?
No, the management. There is nothing like management here on my this. Might be.
Mr. Registrar, can you help him check?
No, it's not here.
11. Can you read the response?
Yes, the management respond. Action to be taken, recommendation noted. Management contacted the former manager, CEO, and DOF to provide these payment vouchers to be presented to National Audit Office, but no response.
Yes.
The officer responsible for remedial action, CEO and DOF. Date when situation will be regularized, December 2022.
So by that December 2022, did you provide the vouchers that have been stated to be missing by the auditor?
No, we did not. I wrote to Buba for him to come for us to verify these vouchers, to check for these vouchers. And when even the National Assembly, when they wrote to me, I replied them, the vouchers were here, I do go over these vouchers again. But it was according to what they have said. These vouchers were missing.
Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Thank you very much. Now, Mr. Leigh.
Yes.
If you turn to page 13, there is the issue of
management report or
management.
Which part? Page 13.
Yes.
Okay.
Of the audit report.
Yes, I have seen it.
You will see the issue of unaccounted collections. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, it has been found that unaccounted revenue amounting to $26,775 in respect of collections by the underlisted individual collectors.
Yes.
The collections were not recorded in the individual collector's cash book and were also not banked.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So you know they will have their GTRs.
Yes.
Is that not what obtained at the time?
Yes.
And each collector will have their own cash book.
Yes.
Which must be reconciled with the main cash book.
Yes.
Is that not the case? Now for Mama Kinte, there was an outstanding or unaccounted amount of $9,850.
Yes.
With the GTR serial numbers 3069201 to 3069300.
Yes.
And Buba K. Jobate.
Yes.
$2,910.
Yes.
The serials are 3067001.
Yes.
To 3067030.
Yes.
And you have Idrissa Mane, $14,015.
Yes.
The serial numbers 3066401 to 3066500. Idrissa Mane. The total amount is $26,775.
Yes.
Was this to your knowledge, sir?
This was not to my knowledge, simply because they used to submit to the director without my knowing at times. Every 2 weeks we'll call them for submission, whereby they will submit to the director. This question, I think, is directly under the director. Director should say something on this issue.
Who is the director? Who was at the time?
By then, it was Buba who was the director.
Buba
Mane, yes.
Mr. Leigh, the same Buba Mane had explained, and you have accepted, you yourself accepted, that you will be calling these collectors time and again to be submitting monies to you people.
Yes, we call for people to come and submit at the office.
So it makes sense that they have to.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, council. We call them for them to come and submit to the council.
Yes.
When we need money.
Yes.
But it does not mean it should not be in the cash book. It will be in the cash book.
It should
apart from anything that we need from them, everything is banked at the bank.
The statement here is they collect the revenue. It is indicated in the GTRs.
Okay.
Do you follow?
Yes, I follow.
And there are receipts that were already issued. That is why it is recorded.
Okay.
There's evidence in the GTR receipt books that they are issued.
Okay.
Do you follow?
Yes, I follow.
But then you don't trace this money anywhere because it's not in the cash book.
It's not in the cash book?
Yes.
Well, that depends on either the revenue collector or the director should be responsible. Because I will not know. They submitted and these things were not submitted.
But you don't, listen, You do not have bank reconciliation for any of the months that you have worked for council.
Yes.
You don't reconcile what is in the bank with the cash book and the books of accounts. You don't do that. You don't conduct that reconciliation. Is that not the case?
Yes, that's the case.
That's why go ahead.
I used to tell you that our reconciliation is always a problem for us.
Why?
Simply because it's not correct. They used to say it in our audit report that the auditors used to complain it that reconciliation and that is very common.
The auditors will say that you do not conduct reconciliation. It's not correct. What is not correct is your financial statement.
Okay.
Well, what you will present is the income and expenditure. Just that, no explanatory note, no records of books of accounts. But for what transpired in council for a given month, you don't say anything about that. So Babakar Mane, in his statement, delivered on the 29th of December 2023, second page. Are you please listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening.
And I will read.
Okay.
He said, at times, revenue, that is the last paragraph of the second page. At times, revenue collectors are authorized to bring cash in the office, which is mostly spent on council activities such as food and refreshment during council general meetings, and also accommodation and food for some visiting officials from the ministry. Sometimes CEO authorized collectors through my office to spend revenues on council's operations, which I later reconcile with collectors regarding such expenditure. At times CEO carries out direct spending of council's funds. That's you.
Exactly.
On council operations without involving my office and the procurement department. This is a direct allegation.
It's a big allegation for that matter. But all I know.
It's not just big, it's serious.
Yes, all I know.
Do you agree with that?
All I know, Mr. Counsel, all I know, I do authorize payments. I do call revenue collectors to bring money to council. Anything that we are doing in the council, then we'll take that money and spend it. I accept that.
So you accept all the allegations?
Not all the allegations.
What part, or which part did you not accept?
The part that I did not accept is, I do spend directly without the knowing of the Director of Finance. How can I do that?
Without
the knowing of his office?
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He said, at times CEO carries out spendings of council's funds on council operations without involving, not knowing. He knows, that's why he's saying it.
No,
he knows you do that, that's why he's saying it.
I do involve him.
You do?
I do involve him.
That's why he's involved.
How? Let me give you an example here.
Yes.
We had a problem, our tractor had a problem in Birkamaba, whereby the trailer has a problem, and we want to repair a trailer. I called him to tell him that let him instruct the revenue collector who is in Birkamaba to take care of that trailer, and even to buy tires for the tractor.
That is one off, and he was aware, but that was an instruction.
Okay, and this is how
from a senior officer to a junior officer.
This is how we used to do it.
That's how you used to operate.
Anything that is not bank, know that it goes to the council expenses.
Or your pockets.
No,
of course.
No,
of course, Mr. Leigh.
Council. No, council. We'll not do that. $20,000 is $26,000 is.
Mr. Leigh, you signed the check to give the chairman $300,000.
Yes. I accept.
What do you call that? You signed a check to give a chairman $20,000 without no support documents.
It's a different thing.
It's not a different thing.
It's a different thing, sir.
It's not. You know why it's not? Because without the supporting documents, the monies cannot be accounted for. And if they cannot be accounted for, the only conclusion is that it has gone to your pockets.
No, sir. No, sir.
But if you don't have the vouchers to indicate or show where the monies have gone to, how can you deny the fact that it has gone to individual benefits?
No, this is not for the individual. I do authorize through the director to tell him to carry out some duties that should be done.
You are not supposed to call collectors and take money from them for other council expenses.
No, I don't call collectors. I pass it through his office.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. However you channel the communication, it will reach its destination.
Yes.
So therefore you're not supposed to do that. You know that clearly.
I accept.
What were those monies supposed to be, how were they supposed to be dealt with? Money is collected by revenue collectors.
It should be taken to the bank.
Mr. Leigh, but you know these things already. In 2019, you knew that, and 2020, you know fully well that you are supposed to act in that manner.
Yes.
And you failed to do that.
Not that I fail. I did not fail, simply because our monies were going to bank.
So
Anything that we are spending in the council, anything that we are to spend, either to buy brooms, to buy anything that we used to buy, we take monies from them and we buy it, and
that was wrong.
produce. I agree. I said I agree.
Now the money,
100%.
the $9,500 is from Mama Kinte's GTR. Did you recover the money? Did you?
But you know, at times also the auditors, they do have mistakes.
Let's assume they have mistakes. So what was the mistake here?
Don't you see what I was not my response? Okay. Huh?
Instead of you focusing on what you have
At
done,
times they will query us. When they query us, we will go to our books. I will check the books and we'll find that they made a mistake.
and then most times,
at times we do have that.
but that's true. Most times we have seen the auditors being so honorable to admit that you have later on provided evidence.
You see, this auditing, this 2019-2020 auditing, our problem there lies, the director of finance was not there, Buba was not there. It's only the our small revenue collectors who were taking care of these auditors.
You are mistakenly referring to them as small boys.
They are small boys, they are revenue collectors.
Yes.
That
is the mindset you have. The fact that your staff are small boys, so you can direct them anyhow.
No.
What's the mindset? No. When you work for the public and you think it matters.
Sir Council, let me just explain to you. Yes. And I guess Buba also have said it here. The director of finance, the then director of finance was not there. Next to him, that is Buba. Buba was not there. Then our revenue collectors who are at the chambers, they are the ones who were taking care of this auditing.
Mr. Leigh,
it is not like that. It should not be like that. Those people are inexperienced. Buba said it here.
Mr. Leigh.
This is why so many queries raised up, whereby we were audited for the past years.
Mr. Leigh, can I come in?
Yes.
If those people were inexperienced, you have not shown any experience either.
It's not the same.
It's the same. You, as the head of the institution, did not show any experience whatsoever. That's why you are driving the institution in this manner. If you can sign checks anyhow without following due process, you have no right to be talking about those boys that are not experienced. When you yourself, you have not shown any form of experience in council.
Sir, a mistake is a mistake.
Yes.
When I have a mistake, I know that I have a mistake.
Right.
That I should not write checks for policymakers. I accepted.
Yes.
And that's true.
Right.
I said I accepted, that's true. I should not do it.
I understand that.
Okay, but for issues like, for example now, we are having a council meeting whereby we will cook, transport fares will be refunded, revenue collectors, their night allowance, I send them to printing, they should be paid their night allowance.
So every time you have council, go ahead, sir.
Yes. Send somebody to go on track, official transaction, the individual should come to Banjul here to purchase books for us or to buy us stationaries. All these expenses, we don't refer it to the bank. We'll just call, if there is money, they will bring the money and the payments will be done by the director of finance.
But how do you account for these monies? You see, you don't run the institution as if you are in your own home, Mr. Leigh.
I know.
There are rules and regulations that you must follow.
Exactly.
But that's why we are here.
Yes, I know.
No one comes to your house and tell you how to manage your house.
No.
But we tell you how to manage the area council because then you are serving the public.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
That's the case.
So that was why you must have adhered to the rules and regulations of the necessary relevant laws.
Yes.
So you guys cook when you are having meetings?
Yes, we do cook.
What do you cook? Lunch? Breakfast?
We cook lunch. We even prepare breakfast, cook lunch.
And cook lunch. For how long will your meetings last?
At times,
when do you normally start and when do you normally close?
We start around 10.
Till
when it is 2, we'll go and pray and come back. We continue. To any time when we are ready.
Normally, what time would you end or close the meetings?
At times after 4 to 5.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. because some are traveling up to the Nyaminas, and whereby to go inside is a problem for them. At times we go even more than that.
But Mr. Leigh, you have time to prepare breakfast. You have time to cook for lunch, cook lunch.
Yes.
But you don't have time to take minutes.
On the issue of this minute.
You have time for all these nice foods to be prepared. But what has been discussed in the council meetings, if any, you can't find records of it. And all you are now saying is we have a problem of keeping records.
Sir, I agree. But all I can tell you that all minutes we are having our minutes. Honestly,
and the monies that you are the expenses that you are incurring in relation to the minutes, the food and drinks every month. That is if you sit every month, which we know that's not the case.
Yes.
But those monies could have paid the salary of a clerk.
But if you pay that money, the payments of the clerk is not a problem. The problem here lies the councillors. The councillors, they cannot come for a sitting without paying them. You cannot do that.
How much do you pay the councillors?
I said $500. We pay them $500 for a sitting.
Now, now I ask you again, did you recover this monies from Mama Kinte, Buba K. Jobate, and Idrissa Mane?
Can I check my response to know what I responded?
Please. The management response is collected revenue has been traced to the cash book where it has been correctly entered, and that you will present it to the NAO, the National Audit Office, for confirmation.
Okay.
Do you follow?
Yes, I do follow.
Was that the case? Was this properly entered in the cash book?
When it is not in the cash book, the receipt books are there. The receipt books, we have to re-enter it, draw a receipt for it. Again, the director will draw a receipt for it, and it will be sent to the management. It will be sent to the auditors for confirmation.
So this is what you do. Mm-hmm. You will now correct the records.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
When it has already been found that it is not in the system, you now draw a receipt again and enter it in the cash book and now submit it.
Which is the fault of the Director of Finance. You cannot draw a receipt whereby the cash is missing or there are missing vouchers for it. The amount is missing and you don't know it. So this is directly the responsibility of the Director of Finance.
So you are saying if this finding comes to your notice, what you will do is you will try to rectify the books of accounts?
Yes. That's the only thing that we can do.
Do you do that?
To re-enter it. I cannot fully remember whether I have done that, so I cannot remember it because it's 2018 up to now. But all I know, it should be like that.
But it should be
re-entered. Yes, it should be re-entered. The director will draw a receipt for it. Then we will send the receipt to the ministry.
Mr. Leigh, you would have been altering the books of the accounts. You would not have been. That's a criminal act, Mr. Leigh. You cannot rectify that. No, they exist.
That's the way we used to. That's the way we used to rectify.
I appreciate that, but do you think that was correct?
According to me, with experience, I think it's correct.
To rectify the books of accounts.
Yeah, no, not the books of accounts, but the cash book. To rectify the individual cash book.
But Mr. Leigh, what you are saying here is that after the auditors have they found out that the cash book is not correct.
Yes.
That certain records were not present.
Yeah, was
that
missing.
The GTR shows that a collection was made, but it didn't reflect in the cash book.
Cash book, yes.
So now, what you do now is now write it again in the cash book.
Yes. That's exactly that. That's how we used to do it.
Yes, and it shocks me that you are not even seeing what was wrong with that.
Well, according to.
But why was it not in the cash book in the first place?
It can be a mistake.
No.
No, it's a mistake.
It's not a mistake.
It's a mistake.
What is recorded in the cash book?
They can record and have an error on the recording.
No, this is not talking about error. It's talking about not being present.
Yes.
The receipt book tells you that there is $100,000 is collected. The cash book shows you only $50,000 is being deposited.
It do happens.
The bank is empty. If the bank was credited, the account was credited, then you know probably it's a mistake. But neither the account is credited, nor the cash book entered. How do you call it a mistake? Where is the money?
The money, this is how I am telling you, the money is always paid back. You have to pay for the money. And we'll draw a receipt for it and enter it in the cash book.
Oh, you are saying they now have to pay back the money?
They have to pay back the
and
money.
Then you now read in the cash book?
When it is featured by the auditors, you have to pay for it.
Did they pay for it?
This is what I have said here the other time. I said I cannot fully remember now.
You have to find out. You
Yeah.
have to know where the money has gone to.
Yes, I will.
First, you are altering the cash book, because you should not alter the cash book. Those are records. It is showing clearly that monies were not recorded.
Council, let me come here. This do happens in our cash books, from the revenue collectors to the director of finance.
Yes.
It do happens. For example, they will enter and during the calculation, they will either overstate or understate.
Yes.
And if that happens,
Yes.
the director is in the better position to explain. One, two, the revenue collector should also, if at all it was on the side of the revenue collector is supposed to pay it. Even the director of finance, they do these mistakes. In their cash book, they enter at times with mistakes.
There is no problem with that.
The calculation also, during the calculation also, they used to have mistakes.
Mr. Leigh, there is no problem with the mistake if the amount that is collected is deposited into the account. Then that is the purpose of the bank reconciliation. You now examine the cash book against the accounts. Is that not the case?
That's the case.
But it will show you whether both will tally.
Exactly.
And every penny or every dollar or butut will have its explanation.
Yes.
But here, what we are talking about is different.
I agree. This person is a different person, but yes. I have said it here, my director have said it here, that we all, at times we call for monies that is not taken to the bank.
Now, we need to know the situation regarding this amount of money, the $26,775. Can you provide us with whether the amount is paid or not?
Okay.
You are currently the CEO, so it should not be difficult.
Okay. I will go after it.
You should write that down,
yes.
Because you will come back after. Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Turn to page 14. Page 14, please.
Yes.
There is also a sample of overstatements as well. You know, we were talking about the issue of overstatements.
Okay.
Why will you have collectors who will overstate their revenue collected?
Yes, this is, I mean, it's a mistake to them. At times they will enter their cash book, check the money, and the money that has been taken to the bank, whilst they have an overstatement or understatement.
It is recommended that these monies be recovered. Were they recovered?
These were not recovered. I did not pay them. I cannot remember paying them.
Was there any review regarding the revenue collectors that were understating their revenue?
Yes, we do call them. We used to call them. After the auditing, we'll call them. If you overstate, we are going to call you to tell you that this is what happened. Understatement also, we will call you to tell you, you have understated this amount and you need to pay for it.
And then, do they pay for it?
Yes, they will pay for it.
They will pay for it. Do they pay for it?
Yes, they have to pay for it. They will pay for it.
Mr. Leigh.
If not, we cannot respond to auditors.
Mr. Leigh, it's a very straightforward language that we are speaking. They will have to, it's different from whether they have.
Yes.
Did they pay for it? I'm not asking will they pay for it. Did they pay for it?
I will confirm with the director to know that whether they have paid for it, and he draw receipts for them.
Page 15, unpresented GTRs. You know, we have the issue of unpresented vouchers for auditing. Now you have the GTRs. Now how do you issue GTRs to collectors?
This is directly under the purview of the director.
See, I'm tired of hearing.
Yes, simply because this is what is happening. This GTR is is with the director of finance. It's the director of finance who submitted this.
I am tired of hearing CEOs telling me or telling the commission it is the responsibility.
But CEOs are not responsible for GTRs.
Okay, let's visit the manual again.
Check the manual.
I have checked it several times. Mr. Leigh, we have been doing this for the past 10 months. Do you understand that?
Yes, I accept.
On page 8 of the financial manual.
Page 8
of the financial manual.
Okay.
For local government authorities.
Okay.
That is specifically in relation to the Chief Executive Officer, section 202. It says that as the accounting officer of council, he or she shall be responsible for the general management and supervision of the financial and accounting operations of the council and the safeguarding of the council's assets in accordance with the relevant laws. He is personally responsible for the due performance of the financial duties of council. You are the chief financial officer of council, not the finance director. Do you see that?
Yes, I have seen it.
And you have to make sure that they observe, all the employees of council will observe all financial and accounting instructions issued from time to time.
Yes.
Do you follow that?
Yes, I follow it.
And C, the proper disbursement of such monies from the purchase of goods or acquisition of service and so on and so forth. So what are you talking about is the responsibility of the finance director?
The finance
Whatever the finance director has to do.
I will just respond.
Okay.
All these books have been seen. I can even copy it for you. These books.
No. You were diverting the attention to the finance director.
Yes. I will just.
Do you now agree it's your responsibility as well?
Let me explain.
First
then
agree or disagree, we move on.
Yes, I agree.
Now let's move on.
Okay, good. You see, these books are collected by the procurement officer with a note from the GPPA. That note will be submitted to the director of finance to recheck all the books, enter it in a choir book for any purpose. Then after entering it also, it's the director of finance who is responsible of distributing these books to the collectors with the market tickets.
Yes.
Then if he distributes these books to the market tickets, he is the same director. When the books are exhausted, he is the same director who is responsible of keeping these books for auditing.
Yes.
Even after the auditing, we have a place whereby all these books are placed there for more than years before we dispose them. Yes. In fact, we don't dispose them, we will keep them for up to any level.
Yes, go ahead.
The director is directly responsible for that.
Directly.
The supervision of the council, what you have said, I agree,
Yes.
I believe, I agree, I accept it. But all these books pass through the office of the director.
I don't dispute that. That was never the crux of the conversation. I don't dispute that.
Okay.
If the responsibility of the director of finance is clearly spelled out. But you know what is interesting? On page 10 you will see the director of finance responsibility or responsibilities.
Yes.
Of the financial manual. And on page 11, the financial manual clearly outlines that he will be specifically answerable to the CEO for the following duties.
Yes, I accept that.
Do you see that?
Yes.
So that I said earlier on, for whatever the director of finance is to do, you are to do. And he or she will be answerable to you.
Yes.
So that it will not be an excuse.
Yes.
Even your responsibilities has
Yes.
clearly outlined that you will not be excused for things that you fail to do.
Yes, I accept.
Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
So now the responsibility of the director of finance on paragraph O will be to produce promptly all cash, stamps, securities, vouchers, documents, and books of accounts for audit inspection when required to do so. It has said that he will be specifically answerable to the CEO for all these issues.
Yes.
So you should know where these books are. You should know all the all these vouchers.
For these books are seen. These books, I went through them and they have submitted all these books.
To
the Director of Finance.
Can we have copies of all these receipts? If you are saying
yes,
they
in fact, I did this with one of our revenue collectors, Idrissa Mane, who was here before. These books, Idrissa Mane.
Be careful. We are not asking you to go again and take a pen and draw receipts with respect to these GTRs, because you have told us that that's what you do.
No, I can even try to produce the GTR themselves and bring it.
I am saying you have indicated to us that you go and rectify the records. If you do that, we will know, because the money, you have to account for it. And if you mislead the commission, we wouldn't hesitate to cite you for contempt.
No, these books are checked.
It's just a warning.
No, let me tell you.
Yes, I'm advising you.
Yes, I know. Mr. Counsel, let me tell you.
Right.
These are books which is in our CRBR.
Yes.
Enter in the cash book.
Yes.
They are just waiting for auditing.
Yes.
And the books were not submitted. It do happens to me when I was a revenue collector. I lost 2 of my books.
If the books are not collected, Mr. Leigh, we know why you guys will lose your books. We all know.
No, Mr.
No, we all know why you lose your books.
The director will not accept that.
You will collect the money and either chop the money or collect the money and give it to your
We will not do that. We will not do that.
Mr. Leigh, are you saying there is no corruption in council?
There is no
corruption in council? Answer the question. Are you saying there is no corruption in council, Mr. Leigh?
Sir, no, I will not say that.
Exactly. So it means you are saying there is corruption in council. If you will not say that, then is the other one, there is corruption in council. Is that answer not yes?
Sir, let me tell you.
Is the answer not yes?
Let me just tell you.
Answer the question first. Is there corruption in council? I'm not talking about your council generally.
Yes, I accept.
Simple.
That's true.
That's
okay, can I explain?
Go ahead.
These books, they were entered in the cash book. They were entered in their cash book.
Yes.
After entering it in their cash book, it was taken to the director, whereby the director rechecked these books.
Yes, go ahead.
And draw a receipt for them. After drawing a receipt for them, the individual take these books, which should not be done. The books should be kept at the level of the office.
Now,
so after the auditing, we called them to submit all these books. And the books were brought, they were seen. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything concerns corruption, no. I'm just after the books, and the books are seen.
Now, can you please explain to us why there is overstatement and understatement of both revenue and expenditure? If what you are telling us is correct and is true, why is it that it's very evident, it's very clear from the records, there is understatement and overstatement of both revenue and expenditure?
Exactly. It's just a mistake. They do have mistakes. As human beings, they do have mistakes. They underestimated their cash book, they overestimated their cash book. That do happens. We
understand the human element in all these transactions.
Okay.
But to the volume of transactions that the council does, in terms of understating revenue, and sometimes overstating expenditure, is that not a cause for concern for you?
It's a cause of concern to me.
So why didn't you take steps to make sure that that is corrected? Because the only way you can correct that is by making sure that your records are properly kept.
Yes, that's true. That's the only way we can. But at times you will not be aware until when the auditors are there. When they see that it is incorrect or there is a mistake in calculation or so forth, then they will call your attention.
But the financial manual has told you that you do reconciliation monthly.
Yes.
Where you don't have, where maybe you don't have the capacity to do reconciliation monthly, the law has provided for you to hire somebody to help you do that.
And we were doing that.
So then why are you having issues with your accounts and the keeping of your records and to the fact that you cannot provide these documents to the auditors when they come in?
No, in fact, for these documents, it has never happened. But the problem here, there are movement from place to place, place to place. I am quite sure this was where these documents, they lost these documents.
Council, you may proceed.
Mr. Ali, you said you lost the documents?
I said they lost the documents, yes, because I think the director admit that here in my absence.
Admit what?
That these vouchers they were parked at the veranda, which I was never, I don't know about it.
You don't know about it?
No. Me, if I know about it, I would have come and take care of the vouchers.
Mr. Leigh, please don't say what people have not said. You may go back to the social media and check what the director has said. He said these documents were placed under the veranda.
Yes.
I'm not too sure whether he said they were lost.
No, in fact...
Did he say they were lost?
No, he said, if I can reframe the question again, he said, might be when they were put at the veranda, that was the time it was snatched from the vouchers. And yes, this is what he has said.
Please don't say anything that no.
I'm sorry for that, I'm sorry, that's the slippery of the tongue.
When you are quoting, you quote the person correctly.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We don't want to take your evidence when you are misquoting somebody.
No, I will
that
not.
Has appeared before the committee.
I will not misquote anybody.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Council, you may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Leigh?
Yes.
Where are these vouchers?
The books or the vouchers?
These GTR books, I beg your pardon.
Well, when I came, I asked for this GTR, and they said they have produced all the GTRs, and it's with one of our collectors, Mr. Idris Amane.
Where are they now? Did
they
you
are
confirm with him?
I did not confirm, but they are in the office.
The 2019 voucher, serial number 305-8801
yes.
to 305-8900 is with Ibrahim Amane.
No, not Ibrahim Amane. I said Idris Amane.
Idris Amane?
Yes.
In 2019 to 305-9601 to 305-9700 is still with Ibrahim Amane as well?
Yes. All the vouchers, all these vouchers.
Well.
No, there are there are staffs, they brought all the vouchers.
They brought?
It's all the vouchers, all the books, the receipt books.
There would be about 100 tickets in one receipt books?
One book is 100 tickets.
I'm asking?
Yes, it's 100 tickets.
100 tickets?
Yes. Others is 50 tickets, others are 100 tickets.
So there's a chance that you have about 700 tickets that are missing?
Yes.
That would probably be a lot of money, Mr. Leigh.
It seems, Council, you don't hear what I have said. I said these books are not missing. These books are entered in their cash books, from the cash books to the Director of Finance, whereby the Director of Finance, and everything has been entered.
You know, I had advised you to be careful with your answers, because if you are saying they exist, I mean, it will be good news. But if you produce GTR books, I will just tell you what we will do. We will ask you where the money is. It's as simple as that. And you must tell us where all those 700 tickets, the monies that are entered there, where they can be found.
What about if the...
So be careful how
yes.
You cannot be anticipating things, and you cannot be too smart. It's just very simple. It's either you are very honest to the Commission.
I am not smart. No smartness in this.
Exactly.
What I know, I will tell you yes.
Now,
what I don't know, I will tell you no.
Can you produce these voucher numbers? If the answer is yes, you must produce them. And you
no, I cannot produce these voucher numbers. Anything that I can produce is the receipt book itself.
Sorry, not the voucher numbers, the GTRs book.
The GTRs, yes.
Can you produce them?
Yes, I can produce them according to ED.
Please produce these GTR books by Thursday.
Can you write that, please?
By Thursday, I just want to appeal to the commissioners with the council. If I leave tomorrow, go back, it's Thursday that I am going to the office to look for all these documents that you requested.
Mr. Leigh, who says you are leaving tomorrow?
No, I'm just telling you, because the day after tomorrow is Thursday.
Okay.
So, yes, so if I cannot produce them here, I have to go back.
Yes, you can talk to the commissioners about it.
Yes, I just want to appeal. If at any time, if I am ready, I will go.
Mr. Leigh, we will make an order by the time we discharge you.
Thank you.
To tell you what date to bring the
Thank you,
documents.
thank you.
The ones we are asking you for today.
Okay, okay.
Now, let me just ask one question. We've noted on the records, on your records, that the collectors will in their cash book will debit and credit simultaneously in their cash book when they are making deposits at the bank. Why is that the case?
That one, I'm not aware of that one. I don't know about it.
So that is indicative of the fact that, you understand, your reconciliation is nil.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct.
Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Mr. Leigh.
Yes.
Please, the management that took over from you
Yes.
responded saying that they have contacted you but to no avail. Do you see that?
I did not see it. Let me go over it.
The management response on page 15. They said the former CEO and Director of Finance contacted to help respond to audit queries, but no response.
No, it's not here. It's not written in my...
Were you contacted?
Yes, after the auditing, I was contacted.
What was your response?
My response was I wrote a letter to Buba for him to go so that they can make some clarifications there, and anything that is necessary, they can show it to them.
You wrote a letter? You wrote a letter?
Yes, I wrote a letter. Seeing it or not seeing it, but I wrote a letter.
Address to?
Address to Buba himself.
Where is the copy of the letter? You have record keeping problem.
I can look for the letter, but I don't know if I will see it. But I can look for it. If I see it, I will bring it along.
Mr. Leigh, if anyone is to believe you, it will be difficult. I mean, sometimes. Do you understand that? Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
On page 16, go ahead, yes.
But know that we were not expecting a day like today. So there were so many records that we were not keeping records.
I know.
To be very honest with you, Mr. Counsel,
No.
we were not thinking, we are not even forecasting or saying that a day or like today will happen. Hadn't been, we know that a day like today will happen. It will not be like this.
I mean, that's true. I mean, we know you don't believe in, and there are so many in your position as well who still don't believe that there will be a day for accountability. But why, if you are appointed to serve the public, the laws clearly tell you that you will be accounted, that you will be held responsible for your actions. Is that not the case?
That's the case.
But it was for a long period of time that the audit will come, conduct audit, the audit report, and then it was more or less like business as usual. When they give you the response, you respond. Sometimes when they come, you take care of their food and their stay in council. Is that not the case? And they go back and nothing comes out of it. Over the years.
That's the case.
That's the case. So year 1, year 2 will go by, year 3 will go by. If that is the mode of operation, then eventually there is no need or no cause for concern, Mr. Leigh.
Yes.
But you have a greater duty to your nation than just being accountable to human beings. You have a greater duty. You have your family who live in the country, just as all of us and our families. So you don't have to be audited. You don't have to be held responsible in a day like this. You just have to try and do the right thing.
Yes.
Where you fall short on in good faith, people will understand.
And exactly this is what we were doing.
No.
We do fall short, but at times, definitely, one cannot be 100% efficient.
No, you
But-
guys were not even 20%.
no, we were trying.
It's
we
not
were
funny.
trying.
It's not funny, Mr. Leigh. It's serious.
20%. Somebody who has run an institution for years.
This, the way you wouldn't run your houses, your homes. That's how you run the institutions, the way you wouldn't run your homes, Mr. Leigh. And it's sad because it shouldn't be me telling you this. Do you understand that? Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, I understand.
Good. And then you agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
On page 16, where would you record deposits as payments? It says, a review of the cash book for 2020 reveals deposits of $1,606,952 is made by collectors directly to the bank are being entered on the debit side of the bank ledger account and also the credit side of the cash ledger account. Why would you do that? Why would you record deposits as payments?
Deposits is not payments, it's deposit. But
Yes.
it should be on the credit side of our cash book.
Yes. I'm asking you.
Well, it's not a payments anyway. All I know is not a payments. It should be a deposit. It should be a deposit and a credit side in our bank column.
So you see why your books of accounts would not be correct,
Yes.
and it will be a gross misrepresentation of what the true financial position of council is at the time.
Yes.
It has been marked in the priority list as high. It's a very serious issue of concern. These are gaps that can lead to fraudulent practices. You can easily misappropriate funds easily. Do you follow that?
Yes, I'm following.
Turn to page 18.
Yes.
Do you have a fuel register?
Fuel register. No, we don't have fuel register.
Why is that?
We used to buy fuel and I used to loan fuel.
You used to loan fuel.
Yes.
What do you mean you used to loan fuel?
I make the arrangements, it's in my handing over, at a station whereby we'll take fuel up to end of month or at times the following month, then we pay for it when we are paying salaries.
Which fuel station is that?
Jar oil.
Jar oil.
Yes.
Do you sign loan? Do you sign agreement documents in relation to that?
No, sir, we don't.
How about
It's verbal arrangements.
what was the training policy of council at the time?
The what policy?
The training policy of council. Do you have any training policy? You should train your staff. You should enhance their capacity.
Exactly. I thought that you are at the fuel register. Okay, the training of the council,
Yes.
every year when we are preparing our budget,
Yes.
we'll put an amount, for example, 300 or even 350 for training
Yes.
within the budget.
Yes.
And we'll send our staffs for training.
How many staffs have you sent on training during your time?
I sent Usman Keta
Two.
to the university.
Okay. Which year was this?
Actually, I cannot remember the year now. I
Who
sent
else?
Maria on training.
Yes. Who else?
Yes, these are the two that I sent for training, if I can fully remember.
What was the policy regarding training?
Well, on the issue of policy, I cannot say much on that, but all I know, we have a budget for it, and when it is budgeted, we send our staffs for training.
How do you decide who is qualified for a particular training?
Well, on the qualifications, we go through the qualifications and we see the efficiency of the individual and the interest.
Yes.
Then I will send the individual to go for training.
Do you have a procurement plan?
Yes, we do have procurement plan, simply because when Mariat was there...
You have.
When Mariat was there, she was preparing it.
What was that prepared?
Procurement plan,
She
yes.
was preparing it. Was it fairly prepared?
For 2019, I can fully remember either 2019 or 2020, he prepared it.
She prepared
She prepared it, yes, sorry.
a procurement plan.
Yes, a procurement plan.
Was it approved?
It was sent to Banjul here for approval, but I cannot confirm whether it is approved or not.
Where is the record to show that there was a procurement plan?
No, I don't have any record for it.
And you sit here and tell the commissioners that there was a plan.
There was a plan.
But
it can be confirmed through Mariette.
But where is the record?
No, we don't have.
You'll confirm through you. You are the head of the procurement organization.
I accept, Mr. Commissioner. I said yes.
I'm not a commissioner.
Mr.
I am
Counsel.
counsel.
Yes,
of the
Mr.
commission.
Counsel, yes.
I am asking where is the where is the record?
I said I don't have record for it.
So none exist. So there was none.
Will you give me the opportunity to say yes, there is one?
Yes.
I can fully remember there was a plan. It's just that I cannot produce the records, but there was a plan.
The finding says that the council did not prepare a procurement plan for the period under review as required by the Act. Do you agree with that now? In 2019, there was no procurement plan.
You are in 2019 or 2018? This is 2018.
19.
There
was no procurement plan.
I accept.
Mr. Leigh, you said there was one.
There was one, I can fully remember.
But
whereby if I go...
Mr. Leigh, you don't have to accept with me, you don't have to accept things that I'm telling you if you don't agree with them. But you should accept if it is true. The commissioners are only interested in the truth.
Exactly.
I am only presenting to you the findings of other investigators. Do you understand that? These are not my own findings.
Yes.
But then if you disagree, you must also provide the correct position.
That's the issue now.
What is the issue?
I will go to the procurement lady, ask her if I thought, but I am quite sure, Mr. Counsel,
yes.
I am quite sure there was a year that she prepared this.
Which year was that?
I cannot fully remember. I thought that it was 2018 or 2019. I'm taking it from 2019. But there was a year that she prepared it and sent it to the procurement office.
Did you send a procurement plan to the auditors when they came, when they were to audit?
This auditing, when it was taking place, I was not there.
Any
I said
time,
there
any
was...
year, 2018, 2019, did you at any time send to the auditors a procurement plan?
This was done together, 2019 and 2020.
Now forget about this year. At any given time that you were audited,
No,
did you send
I cannot remember, simply because we'll just call the procurement officer to go and answer questions when they are around.
Do you know that you are the head of
I very well know, and I accept what you are saying.
What am I saying?
But normally, when there is an auditing, this is what I'm telling, when we are being audited, we'll call all the directors, all the heads of, all the heads that are responsible to come. Any complaint that they lay, I will call the individual to come and respond to it.
Mr. Leigh, do you know, how do you approve expenditures if you do not have a procurement plan?
Yes, we were, to be very honest, we were approving expenditures of recent that we started. When anything that we are doing, we'll send it to the procurement office for approval before we start to do it. That is our contracts.
If a particular expenditure comes to your table, a payment voucher, for example, or any form of expenditure is to be done, council wants to purchase, let's say, furniture, the amount $100,000, or TV, digital television.
No,
it comes to your desk, and you have to either approve or disapprove. What would you put into consideration?
Let me tell you, during my time,
yes,
anything that we are doing,
yes,
when it is contracts,
yes,
that one will send it to the procurement office for
Yes.
approval before we start doing anything.
Yes.
But apart from that,
Procurement office.
procurement, their main office in
Mr. Leigh, see,
Banjul.
it's a problem when you start saying things that are not correct. It's a problem because you don't do that. And you know, when you say these statements, I will have to ask
What have I said that is not correct?
that you send things to the procurement.
What?
You send, when they are supposed to be procurement, it is sent to the procurement office.
Yes.
That's not correct. That
Why,
is not
why
correct.
do you say that it's not correct?
Now prove me wrong. Show me an instance where things have gone through the
Procurement
normal
office.
process. Yes.
Yes, I can fully remember when we were awarding these contracts,
Which contract is that?
the contracts that we have given the boreholes.
Name
You
me
know
one
when I was
contract.
huh?
Name me one contract that has passed through procurement.
No, to be honest, the procurement lady was there, but I was not much. I cannot remember whether it passed through the procurement office. To be honest, yes.
Leigh, don't do that. You cannot do that. You're not supposed to do that. You are honest with your answers. We accord you with the respect, and we move on to other issues.
I do.
You want to dribble the commissioners?
No, I will not dribble anybody.
So you don't pass things through procurement. Is that not true? Those contracts did not pass through procurement. Is that a fact? Is that not true, sir?
You see, our compliance.
Answer the question first.
Yes,
and then
I will answer the question.
answer the question, then you make your statement.
I will answer the question.
Go ahead.
Our compliance with procurement, it was 50% when it was 50% to 60%.
Not true.
It's true.
Did you pass?
The procurement lady is there. You can call her and ask her.
No, forget the lady. You are here. You're the head of the procurement organization. Those contracts, did they pass through procurement?
That's the issue here.
Sorry, Mr. Leigh, I
Yes.
hope you listened to Mariatu's testimony before this commission.
No, for Mariato, I did not listen.
I think you should have gone back to check what she said.
Okay.
So if you say you complied 50%, it is incorrect, because he has told the commission different story, that procurements were done and they will not pass through her office.
Maybe that was not my time.
All right. Council, you may proceed.
Mr. Leigh,
Yes.
during your time
Okay.
as CEO,
Yes.
what can you recall was procured and it passed through procurement?
Well, we bought some motorcycles. I can fully remember we bought some motorcycles, which the lady was involved. You see, I went with her. We came to Banjul here. She went round to take invoices so that we can procure those motorcycles.
To procure what?
Procure motorcycles for revenue collectors.
Motorcycles. How many motorcycles?
I think we bought 4.
Did it pass through the contracts committee?
You know, the issue here is,
Did
if
it
I
pass
said
through-
if I said yes, you will ask me whether there is a written document or a
Yes,
resolution
yes,
that has been
yes.
passed.
That's true.
Okay.
You see, I have no choice but to ask you that.
Okay. You see, I have made it very clear that we were not foreseeing a day like today. Hadn't been we were foreseeing a day like today, there are issues that happen, it will not happen. As the chief executive officer, I will not accept it.
So-
there are issues that definitely.
So, Mr. Leigh, I believe that you have cleared the doubts on the commissioners' heads to the extent that due processes were not followed. Am I correct?
Yes, ma.
And nothing was done pursuant to the financial manual the finance and internal audit, the Local Government Finance and Audit Act,
yes,
2004, and processes were not followed in accordance with the Local Government Act of 2002.
I accept.
So basically, the council, whilst you were a CEO, was being run based on your understanding and how things work as per your understanding.
Yes.
Is that
We were doing things
based on your understanding?
but there are some lapses in it. I agree.
You agree?
Yes.
Council.
Mr. Leigh,
Yes.
let's talk about the issue of the fixed assets register. On page 24, did you have a fixed asset register?
Yes.
What were the fixed assets of council in 2019, 2020? What can you tell us about the fixed asset in this particular year?
In fact, according to the auditors, there was an incomplete fixed assets register.
Okay.
Incomplete.
Why did they say that?
They are saying that there is an asset register, but the asset register is not up to date,
And what,
to my understanding.
and do you agree with them?
I agree.
What was outstanding? What was left in the fixed asset register?
Might be not all the assets are in the register. Not all the assets are in the register.
Which assets do you recall are missing?
No, I think you are talking of the fixed asset.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm asking you.
It's possible some of the assets are not in the register. This is why they were saying that it's incomplete.
I believe you stated a fixed asset register statement in your, whilst you were giving a statement to the investigators. Is that correct?
Unless if I check.
I've seen attached to your statement a fixed asset register. Do you see that?
No, I did not.
But do you know how to prepare or keep an asset register?
How to keep it or how to prepare it?
Yes. What should be contained in an asset register?
Well, to my understanding, all the assets of the council should be kept there with their folio numbers.
Yes.
And it was prepared and given to the procurement lady. She was handling the assessment register. The time I am leaving council.
The financial manual says that there has to be the date of the acquisition, the date that you purchased or that you acquired the
material.
Yes.
Yes.
Or the asset.
Yes.
The cost of the purchase, description of the asset, location, insurance policy, and date of disposal. Do you understand that?
No, yes, I understand.
So the asset register must have a very complete information regarding how it was acquired, and that goes to the date, and then the manner of purchase and everything. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Is that done?
That is not done. That we don't have that.
Why?
What we have is, we'll have a register showing the assets,
Yes.
not even the amount,
Yes.
the time bought, the date entered, and the folio number. That's all. That's what we have.
Why won't you have an up-to-date asset register with all the relevant information?
Sir, we don't have that one.
Why?
That was not to my understanding myself.
You didn't know that you were
No,
supposed
it
to
should be like that. The cost of the asset, when you should expose it or when you should take it out.
Sally,
No.
were you qualified to to man the office of CEO? Are you qualified to man the office of CEO?
Why are you saying that I'm not
I'm
qualified?
asking you a question. I am asking you a question because you have not followed the rules and the regulations.
Being a
It's clear.
CEO doesn't mean that you should know everything also
No,
concerning about the institution. You cannot know everything. I'm not a I'm not a lawmaker.
I agree. Being a CEO means you should really be very conversant with your responsibilities.
And I do. I am doing what I can do.
If you say you do, it means all your inactions
No, you
were intentional.
You cannot do all. The one that I am up to, that's the one I am doing.
What have you done?
I'm taking care of the institution,
How?
both financially and
Financially?
both financially and administratively. I am taking care of the
There are
council.
so many administrative lapses. So many.
Yes.
So many financial
I agree.
lapses.
Yes.
If you are to rate yourself, where would you put yourself? Over 10?
Over 50.
Over 50?
Yes.
Over 100 will be over 50. Mr. Leigh, that's not fair enough. You will probably be 20 over 100.
It cannot be 20 over 100. By
You-
then
you don't prepare
in fact,
bank-
Mr. Council,
Yes?
I am the longest serving CEO in council today.
Mr. Leigh, can I comment here on the issue of the fixed asset register?
Okay, good.
You have been handed over a fixed asset register by the outgoing CEO, Pasit Sisi, right? And looking at the
No, that was just recently.
that was what?
This is just recently. This is the few months that I spent in Janjanbureh. This one is 2018, 2019.
I am not talking about 2018, 2019.
Okay.
I'm asking you a question.
Okay.
So you got to wait and listen so that you know what
Thank
you
you.
have been asked.
Thank you, Ma. Yes.
When Paset was handing over to you, he handed over to you a fixed asset register.
Okay.
And let us just take, for example, the first page of that fixed asset register, which talks about computers. Council has just put to you what is required for you to have imputed in an asset register. You know, it says that you have to input the date of acquisition, the cost of the purchase, that is the mark and the model, the description, the location, which department, which section, you understand, the asset is provided for, the insurance, the depreciation, the disposal date. So now, in this asset register, you could see that Paset Sisi has handed over to you a document that does not specify anything, because it did not indicate, for instance, the computers. He indicated that, I'm just giving you one example. He indicated that there was one Dell computer. He made the reference and he said the purchase department is admin, and did not indicate the cost. He said office location, CEO's office, identity number, he put JSC, he put a serial number which you have used to identify the product, and then he put condition, very, very good condition. Now, if the cost is not put here, there is no depreciation, how would you know that this that was handed over to you is in a very good condition? Was there any assessment made to arrive at this conclusion? Did you know or did you ask?
Ma, you are quite right.
So which means this document, you did not even read this document, and was handed over to you as in the representing the true situation of the council when the CEO was leaving.
Yes.
And you took on all this liability
Yes.
without asking questions.
Yes.
You think it was right on your side to do that?
It was not right, Ma. But this is how we used to do it. Even when I was leaving that council.
Mr. Leigh, you used to do. We are finding facts.
Yes.
And we want to make sure that it will not happen again.
It was not done.
So it is your responsibility and your duty to tell us that it was wrong for you not to have checked this and know that it is not exhaustive. For what you don't know, you have some documents to help you find out how you should be guided in doing it. Is that not correct?
Very correct, ma'am.
So the assets register that is handed over to you, it is not only incorrect, but it did not provide the true situation of what the council has when it comes to assets.
Thank you very much, ma. This is a process of learning. Yes, and it's like that. The way he handed over to me, that's the way I accepted it, which is not correct.
Thank you. Yes, Council, you may proceed. Yes.
Mr. Witness, are you listening to me?
Yes.
When we talk of council, what is your first asset as a council? What do you think about that we have to get an assets register? What is the first asset of council?
The first assets of council is, to my understanding, is properties owned by the council.
There you are. So it means land and buildings.
Yes.
Why is it not captured? Because that has to be captured and valued. It makes your financial statement very decent.
Yes.
Because no serious investor will come and look at this type of asset register and do business with you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So all council's assets must be registered, captured, and valued.
Yes.
And showed in your books of accounts. But if you leave some assets out, some not properly handed over to you, no valuation, no depreciation of assets, then it makes it very strange. That's why we are finding it very strange to understand the financial statements of councils. Because we were expecting that those valuations must be captured and depreciated as time goes on. Council, you can continue.
Now, you should also note that this asset register did not indicate any of the assets you have disposed over the period. Did not indicate what has been disposed of previously. We are just limiting ourselves to 2018, but there is no record for continuity to show that there were some assets disposed of at some point, and this is what they are. And for this one, which is for 2023, there is nothing showing that during the tenure of Mr. Passet Cisse, whether there were assets disposed or not disposed.
Yes.
Council, you may proceed.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson. Mr. Leigh, just a quick one regarding the payroll.
Yes.
Were you keeping the payroll in 2019, 2020?
No, I am not keeping the payroll.
Why is that?
It was in a flash drive with me, and I lost that flash. So many things were in that flash, and I lost the flash.
Does that explain why it was not given to the auditors when they came to conduct audit?
You are talking of when they come for the audit, whether they were not giving the nominal
Yes,
role?
yes. Because they said that the council did not present its payroll for the year 2019 for audit inspection.
See, this is what I was saying. That's a news to me. In fact, I don't even know that they did not present the nominal role to them.
Mr. Leigh, as the CEO, this seems to be very, very serious.
This auditing take place after 2019 when I left the council.
It doesn't matter. You still have to have the payroll in the system. But if you don't have the records,
the payroll should be with the Director of Finance, whereby he should submit this payroll, and the Director of Finance was not there, the office was locked, and he went for a holiday to his family.
Mr. Leigh, everything comes back to you. You understand that? Is that not the case? Is that not the case, sir?
Yes, that's the case. But let me tell you here, if at all I was in the council, do you think that that will happen?
Yes.
If at all I was in Janjanbureh area council?
Yes.
Just for the nominal rule?
Yes, I think it will happen.
No, it will not happen.
It will happen.
Mr. Council, it will not happen.
You were employing your sons to work for council without following due process. If you can do that, you can do anything. Do you understand that?
On that issue, I don't think I can understand it. If I am in the council as the CEO, the nominal rule is not submitted to the auditors for auditing. That cannot happen. Because
the auditors will found out that you are employing people and paying them salary without following due process.
The auditors are fully aware of my appointment of my kids, my 2 kids, only 2 kids. They are.
Where is it captured in the audit report?
It's not captured in the audit report.
Because they didn't know.
Wait, they were not captured in the audit report, but there was an audit report that passed, and whilst my kids were there, and they knew about my kids.
Which year was that?
I think it was for 2016 and 17.
No, we are dealing with your kids started working in 2018.
2018, okay. There was
unless you have employed someone in 2016, one of your kids in 2016.
No, I did not employ any other of my kids apart from these 2.
So you just making up things in your head. But 2018 is when you started employing your family.
Okay.
In the council, and that's why the chairperson would have his way out, because you will be doing things without following due process. He knows about it, and when he wants you to do give him favors, you refuse. It's a problem.
Favors like?
Favors like giving him money without having supporting documents.
No, anything that he's entitled to, I will make sure that he will get it. But he should also claim and give us correct documents so that...
I 100% agree. But still, you authorize payment without those documents present. That's a favor. That's a favor.
I also accept.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
So all of you would not be managing the council very well. Is that not the case?
It's only me who was managing the council. The chairman is a policymaker, whereby if he requested something from us...
The chairman is not here. I wouldn't tell you what the chairman failed to do, but you yourself told us that the chairman was twisting your arm. Did you not say that?
Yeah, which he cannot do.
Which he did.
He cannot do it.
Mr. Leigh, you said that if you do not agree, you will face the consequences. You said that clearly.
Exactly. But there are claims that he made, and I rejected the claims.
And there are claims that he made, and you granted it.
Yes.
That's it. No.
And Mr. Leigh, you just have confirmed to the commission that when you did not dance to his tune, that was why you were transferred.
Yes.
Is that not what you told the commission?
Exactly. Because we were having series of problems known to everybody.
Please be consistent with your answers.
I will do.
Thank you.
28. Duplication in the payroll. You have Usman Keita entered in the payroll twice. His net salary is $10,647 is 25 batuts. Entered in the payroll twice.
Yeah, that was a mistake. It was a mistake.
Was
because
it
we have
twice?
only one Usman Keita who was by then acting as the planning director.
There cannot be a mistake in the payroll, Mr. Leigh. That's not possible.
It's possible.
So was he paid twice in a month?
No, he cannot be paid twice.
But how would we know?
We'll know simply because you have only one account number whereby we'll pay your money to. It
You
cannot
have
be
what?
twice.
But the auditors are saying that the individual affected might be paid or may be paid twice of the salary he's entitled to pay.
No, we don't do that.
But they are accountants. They are experts in accounting. They said it's a possibility.
I agree, but
Is that a possibility?
It's not a possibility. That will not do it.
But if you can enter the name twice, why can't you pay twice? It's in the system.
The payroll and the vouchers for salary is different.
Okay. Tell us more about it.
The payroll is to confirm the individual is working with the Janjanbureh Area Council.
Yes.
And the vouchers are for payments of salaries.
What is Usman Keita's role in council?
Usman...
What was his position in council?
was a physical planning technician.
Technician.
Then from there to council engineer.
Okay. Mr. Leigh, if you
Yes.
have kept a very up-to-date payroll, this would not have happened. And page 29, the same thing is happening again. No maintenance of establishment register. Why was that the case? Was there an establishment register? Was there an establishment register?
There is an establishment register.
Can
The
you
issue here is whether it is functional or not functional, but there was a register for it, because there is a committee for it.
There is?
A committee for it. Establishment
The
committee.
committees are not functional. The committees are not functional. Is that not the case?
Yes, I accept.
Page 30, the financial statement, the finance states over and understatement of financial statement figures. We noted an overstatement of $783,478 and $1,028,747 of total receipts and payments, respectively, for the year 2019. This was as a result of differences between the ledger and statement of receipts and payment figures. So we have been referred to Annex B. You can turn to the last page. That is Annex B. For example, you will see Annex B. The ledger will state $1,181,502, and the statement of receipts and payments $1,147,250. $34,252 difference. Do you see that?
Annex B, I'm just seeing Annex B.
Last page.
Last page, I have seen it.
Do you see that?
Yes, I have seen it.
So why do you have all these differences?
The differences is how much?
Altogether, you have differences for trade and license, differences for residential rates, government rates, market daily dues, car park dues, and altogether the total is what I've read to you.
Yes. This can happen only this way, overcasting. When we overcast the cash book, the budget, it will reflect here as overstatement.
Mr. Leigh, you don't keep.
Sorry, is that what you are telling us, Mr. Leigh? Overcasting? Are you telling us the overcasting you do in your budget, that is what is reflective here?
That's the first example that I have given, simply because
answer my question.
Yes.
What is being stated in Annex B at page 44?
Okay.
Are you referring us to the overcasting that you said, to quote your words, in your budget, that is what is, why this is reflected here?
No, I don't understand by then I did not.
Thank you.
Yes.
Council, you may proceed.
Yes.
Any other questions before? Yes, Mr. Leigh.
Yes.
We'll come back to that. Of course, page 31, we had already discussed that you don't prepare balance sheet. The finance director wouldn't prepare same, and therefore you wouldn't ask as well. Is that not the case?
Yes, that's the case.
Page 33, there was an unaccounted collections of $514,447 in the main cash book for the year 2019.
Page
33. Unaccounted collections of $514,447 in the main cash book for the year 2019 and 2020. Now, there's a detailed table below. Do you see that?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
For the February 2019, on the 10th of February 2019, GTR number 2534314, the collection unaccounted for was $1,000 by Seni Kurang.
Kurang, yes.
You have one Seni Kurang again, $7,900.
Okay,
The GTR number is stated.
okay,
You have the same Seni Kurang, $19,600.
okay.
Money is collected and not accounted for. The same Seni Kurang, who is Seni Kurang by the way?
He's a revenue collector. He's a revenue collector.
$22,775.
Okay.
The GTR number is stated, all in 2019. You have Bubake Jobate. Who is Bubake Jobate?
He's also a revenue collector.
He didn't account for $40,665
Okay,
in 2019.
okay.
Fadu Sane, who is she?
Fatu Sanisi is also a collector.
$2,540.
Okay.
And you also have Seni Kurang again. Who is this Seni Kurang?
This Seni Kurang is a revenue collector.
It's a problem.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
That's-
Was he a problem during your time? Did he pose any problem to you in relation to his work as a revenue collector?
No, he was not giving me a problem simply because, you know, this was seen after I left. Hadn't been I was there, we'd have taken care of everything.
So you don't know anything that happened. You were there from 28. You were there in 2016, right?
I was there from 2016 to 2021.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Yes.
6 years.
Yes.
Out of which from 2018,
This
you were the CEO.
Yes.
And all this while, nothing.
This auditing take place when we are not
Forget
there.
the audit. You're supposed to have the structure in place. You're supposed to have an internal auditor in place. You're supposed to follow the normal rules and regulations. No bank reconciliation. How would you know when the accounts are misappropriated or mismanaged?
Yes.
Because you are part of the problem as well, Mr. Leigh. Do you understand that? If you are taking money from the people you are supposed to supervise, then you will not supervise them.
Without the supervision, we'll not even be able to pay salaries. We're
How?
not able to conduct what we are doing.
How? Explain to me
Simply
how.
because if at all I instructed the revenue collector to do something and the revenue collector bound on that, misusing council's funds, how can we do what
Let
we
me
are
ask you,
supposed to
when a GTR book is full, what do you do with it?
do? It's kept by the director of finance.
So they will retire the book and then they will record
retire,
it.
yes,
And then-
the books will be retired
And then?
and it will be marked in the register. Then it will be kept by the director of finance. The director of finance will keep the GTR and
We'll
put
keep those exhausted books. And if you are to make procurement for new books, how do you go about it?
I'm sorry. He will bring the LPO, local purchase order.
Yes.
Then we'll fill the LPO.
Yes.
Then we'll draw. We'll know how many books we want to request.
Procure.
Yes, procure or request. Then after that, we'll sign that LPO, bring the check. Then we'll draw a check against that LPO. Then they will take it to Banyu. They will come to GPPA.
And once you are supplied with new books, how do you distribute them?
It goes directly to the director of finance.
And then?
File, enter in the registers, either market ticket, GTR. By then we were having car park. It will enter into different books. Then it will be supplied to the revenue collectors.
And if they are supplied the GTRs, would they not sign against
They will sign against it. Very well.
You see, very well. There is a procedure for it. But you don't follow this procedure, do you?
I think that's what we were doing.
Then where are the GTRs?
The GTRs are lost by the revenue collectors.
Based on what your explanation, they cannot be lost. Because you have beautifully explained the process of keeping or procuring, distribution and keeping of the records.
And when I came back, I went over this auditing and I asked whether...
Before you came back, in 2018 you didn't do it. In 2019 you failed to do it. In 2020 you failed to do these things.
Mr. Counsel, let me tell you,
Yes.
if they've come for submission when the books are exhausted,
Yes.
the books are kept,
Yes.
or they will take these books home.
Yes.
When it is for auditing, they will bring the books for auditing.
Yes.
And some of these books were not seen during the auditing.
Yes.
But later seen. They have received, later it was submitted.
No
They brought this letter.
Not
This
true.
This is true.
Not true.
It's true.
No, if you have seen the books and you have provided it to the auditors, you will of course write to them. You don't walk to the auditor's office and then just give them.
No, we don't do it. We write to them.
Give us the evidence.
The evidence is what we used to do is we'll write to them. Take the books, if possible, take the books up to the audit.
Give us the evidence that it was done.
This is what I'm telling you.
Was it done?
I was not there by that time. This answering of this question, I was not there.
In your handing over to the new CEO, were all the books of accounts accurate?
Books of accounts like this GTRs or?
Yes, everything should be clear in your handing over.
Say that when I was taking over.
No, when you were handing over in 2021.
Let me help. Let me help you.
Yes, sir.
When I am leaving for Caravan Area Council,
Yes.
we don't record books.
You don't record it.
No, CEO, you don't record books. These are done directly by the Director of Finance.
I am not saying you record books, Mr.
Okay,
Leigh.
just wait. This auditing.
Just wait, please. It's more polite.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just give me a chance. Let me learn.
Please go ahead, sir.
When this auditing is taking place, I was not within the council,
Yes.
and Buba also was not there.
Right.
When they were answering these questions, we were not there.
Okay.
You see, when I came back,
Yes.
I asked for the audit.
Right. Go
Then
ahead.
I went over it. I was making questions.
Yes.
I do ask the senior revenue collector who was directly responsible. He said they have recovered all these books.
Yes.
I think I have said it before.
All right. Mr. Leigh, if you have, the amount is $514,447.
Yes.
That are unaccounted for,
Yes.
as per the GTR numbers
Yes.
you have seen there. If you
Yes.
have any information regarding this, please provide them.
Okay, thank
Do
you.
you understand?
Yes, I will do.
Let's conclude. Mr. Leigh, I think that should be sufficient for now. We will recall you regarding your withdrawals from the books of account. That will just be regarding your withdrawals. Do you follow?
I follow.
Good. Chair, I think it's a convenient point.
Yes.
Mr. Leigh probably will be recalled another time regarding his withdrawals in the books of account.
All right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Leigh.
Let me just ask you one question and we conclude. If you go to Annex B, Mr. Leigh, that the CAPAC dues, what was contained in your ledger indicating what you received from government was 4,294,786, and the statement of receipt and payments, what the auditors could see was 3,794,787.
Take me back to the page.
Annex B, the last page of the audit report for 2019-2020, and I'm referring to the CAPAC dues. The understatement here is $499,999. Now, my question is, the reason why there is an understatement in the CAPAC dues is because the CAPAC dues can be traced in the account that is paid into by government.
Yes.
And for the justification of expenditure on monies paid into your account from CAPAC dues amounted to $3,794,787. And that is why you have an understatement in your statement of account.
Yes.
It's because there is a correct capture of the payment into your bank account. So the ones that you pay in, there is always an overstatement, not an understatement. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
And that is what applies throughout.
Okay.
And the total of what was contained in your ledger
Yes.
was, these are from different subheads of both revenue and expenditure.
Okay.
The total is 2,264,284. And in your statement of receipts and payments, you have $3,293,031. So the overstatement and understatement total to $1,028,747. So is this not showing gross mismanagement of your financial books?
Ma, I am not with you simply because car park.
No, I have already asked you a question. Answer the question, then you explain. So does this not show a gross mismanagement of your financial books?
The recording has a problem. It has a, yes, it has a mismanagement.
No, you answer my question. If it is not gross mismanagement, you tell us it's not gross mismanagement. If it is gross mismanagement, you tell us it's gross mismanagement. For each one of them, you can further explain why you said so. Is it not gross mismanagement of your financial documents?
Yes, I accept.
Thank you. It's 1 o'clock. Yes. So, Mr. Leigh?
Yes, ma'am.
We will request that the documents we have asked you to submit to this commission, please endeavor to submit them by next week, Thursday.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
And we have discharged you for the time being.
Thank you.
But surely we will recall you.
Thank you.
You understand? When you present the documents and if we find any other thing that we need to clarify with you, we will do so.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you.
We may rise.